All right, just a quick unboxing of the Power Air Fryer XL. I got sucked in by another infomercial, so I got a little recipe book, some sort of strange copper thing, and then that's it. That's it. And the box, of course, is here. But I'm gonna try this out, see what we think of it. All right, so they are all about this little button here. And what it is here, there's all sorts of things here. There's a warning sticker. Do not, what they're talking about here is when you pull this thing out, it just pulls out. But if I were to move this forward and push this, this comes out. Now in theory, right, this black thing underneath here is now free falling. And I could, in theory, pull this out. The black part would fall on the floor because it's not connected to the handle. And if that's full of hot grease, I could easily dump hot grease all over me. So what they're saying is if you're going to pull this out, do not touch this button until you put it down on something and then pull the basket out. So this was not in the store when I was looking at their demo unit. That's why. You could easily burn yourself with it if you're not paying attention. Now, it's not frightening, it's not scary, but just realize that's an easy way you could hurt yourself. And you can see here in the book, they have your typical kind of what are you cooking, how long, what you should do to it. To give an example of what all the things do, here's how to use it for the first time. This whole top thing is it sucks air out of the top of it, and then it blows that air out of the back here. So that's how it works. So never put anything on top of it. So I'm going to go grab some chicken, and we're going to fire this bad boy up. All right, so I've got 8 chicken thighs in here. They do have a maximum line that you can't go above, and I've thrown a little Mrs. Dash on there. I've thrown a little bit of garlic powder, just a little of that lovely stuff we call pepper, and a little onion powder as well. And I'm amazed at how big this is. I got the bigger one. I think this is a 5-quart unit. Yeah, 5.3 quarts. So we're going to throw that into this bad boy. We're going to plug her in and see what happens. All right, so it's on. It's thinking about it. And I guess I have to hit the on button. There we go. There we go. It's going to preheat to 370 apparently. Now this needs to go to 360. So I can actually change that here according to the. There we go. That's easy. And you can see where it's going to start preheating here. I'm assuming. I guess I should have done this before I put the chicken in. But this is the first time I've used it, and I didn't read the directions. All right, so I used this button to increase this up to 20 minutes, and that's really about it. It's pretty simple at this point. I'm thinking there's going to be more lights here when this actually finishes heating up, and I think I got myself a little bit ahead of schedule here. So I'm going to bump that back down to 15, and I'm going to go read the manual. All right, I see down here, add 3 minutes to cooking time when starting with a cold appliance. So that's cool. And that's what I've basically done. And it's up and running. It sounds like just a fan, basically. I can see how long I have till this is done. Pretty easy. All right, and here is the finished product. Kind of singed some of my seasonings here, but that'll flake off. Smells really good, and I will let you know what it tastes like here in a minute. This is really hot, so they tell you that in the book everywhere. Everything here is like do not touch. I actually used an oven mitt to pull it out, but the handle itself is warm, but this whole thing is kind of warm. I would not, yeah, this is hot. This is, I would not want to, yeah. So you got to be careful with this, which, this thing was just 360 degrees a couple minutes ago, but looks pretty yummy at this point. Now you can see some of the chicken that was underneath other chicken. I guess I could have stopped in the middle and flipped it and all, but this still looks done. It's just, you can see where some of these were covered by the other pieces of chicken, but I'll let you know. I am worried about this piece because this piece was covering it. If you look down here, that does not look done to me. Let's just flip him over and see what we got. Yeah, I'm not going to be... Yeah, we might throw him back in just for another 10 minutes or so. Let's see what the other ones are looking like here. Everybody else seemed fine. Yep, looks good. These are all chicken thighs, by the way. And they definitely have that kind of crunchy kind of coating. If you're used to fried chicken and you like the crispy taste, this looks good. Everything seems fine. Just that one piece that was really covered up. So I'm going to throw him back in for like 5 minutes and finish him up. All right, so I just cooked this one for another 5 minutes. You can see it's 5 minutes, it's back to being cooked. I do love the fact that when you do finally click the little button and you do this, you know, most of the grease stays down here. So that's the stuff that if I was using a pressure cooker, this is what this would be cooking in. And even with this kind of sitting in it, it's still somewhat elevated from the grease. So that's what's kind of cool about it. It's interesting, and again, it's a little more fried than broiled, I guess, or pressure cooked. But we'll get the final results here in a second. All right, I just took a big old bite out of this. It's super moist, and it has that crunchy texture on the outside, like fried chicken, and it's quite yummy. Yep, even my cat likes it, right, Bern? So. I would give this an A+. Cleanup was a snap. I do have a pressure cooker XL down here. And that one, the cleanup is okay, but like many things, it says that it's nonstick, and it's kind of isn't in a way. This just literally, you let everything cool down, and it was a piece of snap. There you go. It was a snap. It was a piece of cake. And everything is dishwasher safe. So I'm loving it so far. First impression is I'm glad I bought this. The only thing is it is a little bulky. It's a little bigger than a pressure cooker. So this one's going to be, what's going to happen is this is going to take over for the Foreman grill on the countertop. Because I'm going to be, anything I cook in a fish or any kind of... pork chops, things like that, I'll be doing in this thing. That'll be my next test with this. But so far, this is cool. I'm loving it.